What's up, everybody? Just wanted to give you all a quick update on where I've been lately. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. First thing is the injury talk. I don't know exactly how many days it's been, but it's been at least 3 weeks now. I think it's around day 25 since I hurt my back squatting. And diagnosis not 1,000%. I've already talked about that a little elsewhere, so I'm not going to go into too much other than I'm slowly starting to get back into things. So I'm going to talk training real quick and then talk diet. We're going to start with the squat. I was able to last week. I just got tired of not doing anything because I hadn't seen PT yet, and I decided to go ahead and see what a bar on my back felt like. So was hoping to squat up to maybe 100 pounds. I hadn't done any final loading till then. And I'm working up 275 for a set of 3 without a belt. And then this past Tuesday, so 2 days ago, ended up doing 225 for 8 sets of 5. And from there, I'm going to progress with a slow linear periodization, slowly working my way back up. Really being slow and deliberate on my reps. Focusing on form on video, then really trying to stay tight. And I didn't really necessarily focus as much with lighter weights before. I just put the bar and squatted. Now I'm really focusing on each and every single rep, which I think is going to help me in the long run. Bench day, I ran a cycle for a month, like starting the day, 2 days after injury. I did a flat back and I actually hit a PR, flat back, which I hadn't done in a while. Then the following week, hit a floor press PR. The following week, did dumbbell bench, flat back for 3 sets of max reps. And then this past Tuesday, I did 2 board and actually tried to put my feet on the ground, flat-footed, but still drove with my feet, and the arch didn't feel comfortable. So I'm going to try to take that out and run that cycle again. And after each set or each main exercise, I'm dropping weight to 80% of what I got that day. And doing 3 sets of 5. So, for example, the flat back PR, I hit 315, but missed 330. Even though I was really close to 330, I went with a 315, dropped it to 80%, and did 3 sets of 5 there. For dynamic bench, I'm doing some dynamic work again. I wasn't for a while, but now I'm getting back into that. Using this first 3 weeks wave is with short mini bands and 50, 55, and 60% of my max. Going to start adding in more incline now that my spinal loading is feeling better. And then my pull-up volume I've increased a lot lately to see if that can help me quite a bit. Actually, one of our dynamic days, which is last Sunday, I had the pleasure and honor to lift with the juggernaut Chad Smith. He was over visiting a friend of his and knows our training partner Derek Wilcox pretty well, and they talked and they got in a training session. That guy is stronger in person than he is on video. Very impressive, very humble guy, great guy, very knowledgeable. It was an awesome experience just to meet him and be around him, lift with him. And then on to the deadlift. I deadlifted last night for the first time since the injury. Worked up no belt. Was very cautious on everything. Worked up to 264 for 4 sets of 3, alternating between conventional stance and sumo. Both felt fine, just like the squat, being slow and deliberate. And very tight, trying to make sure I'm very tight on every rep, not overemphasizing anything, but just trying to be in perfect technique. And lastly, let's talk about how my diet's been lately. I decided to start carbohydrate backloading. I think today's day 11 or day 10. And last night was the first night I actually backloaded with carbs, which is glorious if you haven't done that before and not had carbs for about 10 days, except for post-training, and then go ahead and gorge on carbs post-workout kind of. It was wonderful. I started out right after workout, had my 50-gram protein shake, and went to Frogurt, which is a frozen yogurt place, and got they had a student special, loaded up that thing with candy so I could get those fast carbs in. And then also went over to Domino's, I called them, and got a medium 2-topping pizza deal, and ate that. And then about an hour and a half later, I went ahead and made a big bowl of grits, mixed my eggs and my grits, and cooked about a half pound of bacon, maybe might have had what I left over, and ate that. So it was great to finally get some big, kind of crappy meals in, if you want to call it, but actually getting those carbs in. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I started October 1st. My nighttime body weight was 218 and a half, and I know this morning I was 214.5, but I think yesterday morning I was at 211. So morning and afternoon weights, I've been up and down. It's kind of hard to pick which one I want to stick with. So I think I'm going to track it both morning and night. I know there's different things that the backloading program kind of tells you to go off of, but I think it's going to be a good thing for me, something to focus on more since my training can't be as intense. But I can focus on my diet a little bit more, something that I like doing too since I cook a lot, and because I'm busy with my schedule, I carry a lot of meals with me, so it's something I like to put all together. And I don't know, I think I'm going to run it until about Thanksgiving, the carb backloading, see how it goes, how my progress is till Thanksgiving, and then reevaluate and run it till Christmas maybe if I like it. Started out the Tuesday, October 2nd, my body fat was at 15.2%, verified via DEXA, so I'm going to go off of that too and see what my lean mass increases are as well. I'm not really looking to do anything special with it, like get real ripped or get real huge, just better my health, and obviously I'm looking at the general program, which is going to be lean up while getting stronger and putting on mass. So I'm not going to care about focusing on leaning up or focusing on gaining mass. It's just going to be picking the one, just general, let me gain strength from it and see if it works idea of it. So hope y'all enjoy. I'm going to be posting my videos more often, hopefully, with a lot of my backloading nights, because people like the big meals, and I can put down a lot of food, and it's impressive sometimes. So got to go to work now, so I'll talk to y'all later.